flinched. It shows that they really have anti-stratted GODSENT really damn hard here.
Oh, dumau finds that opening pick. He was the man you said to look out for. Barton trades it back, and there we go. Latto getting the last sale in the matter there in this scenario. The C4 is going to be planted on the other side of the boxes. Malik has no opportunity to deny it, and it is going to be a single-prong retake. Both players coming in from CT. They need to win the aim draws. Spots out the first, jumping into Tetra. skullz is able to connect onto Latto, and this is now very doable as Malik finds another headshot, and it all falls onto felps here.
felps in a 1v2 as well from Connector, ready to swing wide. skullz the first man to worry about, but oh, that's a nice shot to Maluk now. skullz able to retrieve that kit, able to continue fighting as felps. He swings with his back, swinging first as a shoulder peek, so his head doesn't even really peek there. skullz at a close angle, will try to catch him out. felps finishes the job there. Few bits of utility go out towards A as it's just a standard execution, but malbs on the counter will be flashed on in towards Palace. Taco shut down, Barton falling to Maluk as well towards triple. felps on the flank, good for one, but right now, as long as Maluk's alive with the sword, he can continue to rain terror onto GODSENT. As felps and dumau left, and it's on 4, making their way forward. Now off on felps. 1v4 doesn't. Oh, I thought he did for a second there. malbs still able to force him back. He'll finish the job, and that is insane.
But unable to connect anything early, and he can't stick around for too long as it starts to dissipate. He hits the shot. That's going to be his cue to fall away, and a very nice start here.
PRT turns his attention round towards short. More nades go down, more smokes from Barton to hold them in place as felps shut down malbs. Following suit as well, Pesadelo will be able to shut down felps, leaving it into a 4-on-3. Jumping out a window for some reason there as Barton shuts him down. PRT to trade, but that was
all the way onto this site. It's only now that that smoke's been deployed and the C4 is going down that Maluk can actually call for the rotations. But at this point, GODSENT, they've got some really good things going for them. But PRT, he snatches it away.
That glimmer of hope goes with that shot there. dumau left alone in a 1v3. Does the touch on to the first, caught out by PRT. And for TeamOne, that'll be a second round now. 3-2, GODSENT now lead, and right now that is a really strong way to open things out. Defuse comes through, and for GODSENT, with that bomb plant, they probably could buy again if they wanted to, but I suspect they may play it safe and go for pistols and armor.
Rifles. Can they take the kills? Maus up close and personal, does get spotted, and he does get eliminated. What a start here from GODSENT.
Beautiful shot from Barton to get things underway. Elsewhere, Pesadelo is able to find felps, putting it down to a 4-on-4. And now as GODSENT find themselves pushing out towards this site, Maluk gets a bit too ambitious towards triple and is punished for it, as it gives TeamOne a chance to kind of swing open the cascading attack onto this site. dumau able to find one. Pesadelo there to trade yet again, leaving it into a 3-on-2. Again, a few shots ring out either way. Damage done by skullz, is able to survive for the time being as Pesadelo finds yet another, allowing him to be on for 4 now as Barton's left in a 1v2.
Oh, how can he get this done? There's no bomb down, and he doesn't.
Back, we see Taco make his way forward. skullz trying to fight it for the time being, and well, that's a beautiful flash to allow skullz to be taken down there. Taco leading that charge. PRT, though, his trade stagnates to push a little bit, allowing us to rotate to come on through, but there's already the flank of felps, so right now it's going to be so detrimental. malbs, he's ready for it, but obviously not ready for felps. He's taken down, Barton good for another, and now TeamOne is slowly being dismantled by these pistols here, as we see Barton try to catch out these members, does just that. All on Maluk now, alone in a 1v4, and somehow GODSENT have just dismantled TeamOne completely.
I have no idea how they've bounced back in that round, but we do often see it, especially at this kind of level. These pistol rounds just bearing so much more fruit than you expect, and there we go, felps evenly.
Does leave him a bit of an advantage as GODSENT turn their attention towards short. PRT, the man to try and defend. Swing goes wide. The flash is perfect by felps. There's an early kill. Maluk there to trade. Now skullz set sight on B. Has to try and keep himself even, though he's spotted out Taco. He knows he's coming. Damage done through the smoke means that Barton, the man, will be the one to try and trade him. Can he do so? Not quite for the time being, but in survival, it is questionable for the time being. malbs cutting out the flank, and now Taco to find Maluk, leaving it into a 3-on-2. Again, Taco by Van, trying to catch out the odd member, but it'll be a hard ask, so there's a flank coming in from Pesadelo, but is it quick enough? Taco good for 1 now. Pesadelo on a flank, trying to try and finish the job as dumau just clears house.
Taco, he's had some incredibly ridiculous off angles that have been very exposed, but no one's peeked into it. And now Pesadelo finally eliminates him on the peak. 1 versus 1 up against the AWP. Nice movement to get out the window, but
Bit of damage done either way. Attacker hit down to just 1 HP. Will still continue to fight though. It's malbs flashed forward. Will try and get 1 kill. Elsewhere, felps good for another. Food smoke felps able to double up as well as he'll try to turn around. But BRT, again, so many kills through the smoke. But malbs and BRT able to come out on top before Taco's there to trade. Taco now in a 1v1 on 1 HP. And there's no way he expects this boost from CT right now. skullz, he'll swing wide. He'll finish the job. The TeamOne, they make GODSENT, they're ready for that. None to come. Any second now, I think we'll see GODSENT look to slowly make their way down towards mid. There you have it. There's the pick. dumau onto PRT, holding him back.
Left to work with though, and TeamOne, they've got a nice stack on this B side of things. 3 players ready and waiting to defend as latto pushes in. That's a very fast response, but maluk and malbs come out on top. 2 versus 2 scenario. They've still got hold of this B bomb site. This C4, it's got no opportunity to go down. malbs just needs to stay alive here. He's jiggling his gun in and out, but maluk's able to hit the shot on the cross. felps all on his lonesome, 1 on 2, and maluk finds himself a 3rd.
Now, I mean, that GODSENT have definitely got a hard ask ahead. Saka with this bomb is desperately going to have to try and get down towards A, where we see pesadelo able to find latto. Elsewhere, Barton trying to hold firm towards window. It's felps to trade onto PRT, and suddenly GODSENT, they spring their trap towards A, but that bomb is still very heavily committed to B.
Well, with felps finding that kill onto pesadelo, that's now the A site crumbling. And to be honest, it's sold a very convincing fake indeed. As GODSENT walk right into B, it's Taco to find the 1 dig onto maluk. felps finds another, and skullz left on his lonesome in a 1 on 4. This was TeamOne's opportunity to take an 8-7 half, and in losing it, they're even staring down the barrel of a 10-5. Beautiful headshot there from Barton to finish things off. GODSENT
don't have much money at all. There's MP9s come out, there's deagles here and there. It's a scout on maluk. It looks like a 2nd round buy, and well, latto, he treats it as such. He lasers maluk towards mid. malbs can trade towards palace, but it's map control exchange to what will be complete map control. We see GODSENT already with short control now. As felps finds skullz, that should cement what will end up being a retake towards B, and as PRT can give us some true heroics towards apps here.
Oh, whiffs the first shot, but connects on to dumau eventually. latto's there to trade it, though, and felps, he's incredibly low on health. That was a lightning-fast thing from skullz earlier, so it does leave him vulnerable, but Barton on the cross, able to eliminate the threat. malbs now spots out the barrel, able to hit the headshot, and latto's actually going to...
Smoke, that's going to reaffirm to malbs that they're both on the B site, and malbs still hasn't left jungle. Like, he is really sure there's a flanker, but there just isn't one. And right now, as he makes his way back around, GODSENT, they've burnt so much time right now. malbs' nerves have got to be fried. He makes his way out this window. He'll be able to catch out latto. Now does he find the flanker? The one time there actually is one, he doesn't check for it.
Oh no. Yeah, there we go. felps, even on 3 points of health, he's outmaneuvered into this B side of things. They do a lot of early damage. In fact, it's not damage, it's just pressure where they force back GODSENT. As they finally take the firefights, we do see them trade evenly, but with felps finding 1 more towards short, the USPs, they're just firing through for more. These Glocks getting very, very scary as they continue to spam away, and that's the issue with them. Once they get up close, that spam ability, it's deadly, and the USPs, they just can't seem to contend. latto, good for 1, but PRT's there to trade it. That was incredibly snappy.
Here or there. As dumau, open hand, is going to try his hand at aggression. felps towards connectors, able to catch out first member. Damage is done, but it's not a trade.
Group looking like it's going to be a B hit with a late pincer from malbs from underpass. And with skullz finding that one, evens out the numbers.
There's the opening now, and as it falls down to his next couple of members, we see Barton ready for an initial pick. Can't quite catch anyone out for the time being, but there it is. malbs falls. That's going to trigger the full push with 35 seconds left now. TeamOne have to get onto this site. Trying their best to do so. dumau forced out of position by the molly, which does keep him at bay for now. But with the flank coming in from both connector and CT, this leaves TeamOne in an awful position. It's a nice flash. PRT good for 1 trade. Not quite there by Taco, though, but felps is there to assist as well. Taco good for 1. PRT there to trade with felps to get the next center man and leave it all down to maluk in a 1v2 now. With players from both CT and jungle, it's a tough damn ask. He catches out the first turns, 180, knows felps' general position. The question is, can he come out on top?
He's got a HE, but he's too scared to deploy it, and felps had an opportunity, an open window there to fire off the shot, and he does. So this time around, they might not be expecting the player under the wood. dumau on the angle, able to connect for the first. No chance for malbs there, and a skullz swings to trade. He falls to the same fate. felps up close in connector. Doesn't spot out anybody for now, but he's going to hear the sound cues, and with the 2-man advantage, make it 3 as dumau connects for another. There is no chance here for TeamOne.
dumau, a beautiful round there. Maluk and PRT, though, they strike in unison, and this will allow Maluk to go for a bomb plant. He taps it once, he scopes into connector, can't quite hit Barton, and GODSENT making it 11.
Just down to these pistols, despite the fact they've won 5 in a row, they've been very close rounds, and now they've got to go for the pistols and the MAC-10s to get this done. A huge whip there from skullz, and it is going to be taco to come out on top. Does fall to the secondary man, and now it's a 4-on-4, but the retake, they're already here.
That is really awkward by skullz there. Luckily, malbs is able to get 3 kills so far, 2 in quick succession with that Tech 9. As dumau makes his way forward. Open hand through the wall, good for malbs. And with that equalizer, GODSENT, they're forced back by the merits of utility, but not by the merits of damage. More nades go out to try and tag up these TeamOne players and keep them back for the time being. Try and keep their position honest. But for now, GODSENT, they ramp up for this take. And as PRT holds a close angle, latto swings into him, finishes the first. But Luke now needs to try and catch out both members. Good for one. Knows the second is coming his way. Can he catch out latto? Ready to swing one. Spots him out. There's the first little spam of bullets there. Trying to catch him out. Hellfire bullets goes his way. latto comes out on top. Is there enough time? No, there isn't. TeamOne, they equalize on pistols and armor.
That final situation, waiting for the contact to be made by taco, and as the flash comes over the top, he can't connect the shot, has to re-establish a second angle, connects onto the second man. There's the third shot coming through, can't quite flick onto the third. PRT's there to trade it, but felps is there to support. 4v2 scenario, the C4, it will surely go down here. It's actually out in the open, so it's going to be tricky to grab, but malbs, that is some beautiful movement to do so.
I love that movement from malbs. Again, doesn't really affect the round, but that's an incredible movement from malbs. And he is, however, stuck on hollow pillar, which means that a lot of this round is success has to come off the back of Maluk, who spots out the first of dumau. It's so messy though, as he can't quite kill him. The flank of Barton comes into fruition. felps onto malbs means that GODSENT continue their lead, and it's almost heartbreaking to see TeamOne come time and time again, just pitifully close to taking over the lead, but every time
many mistakes at the end of the day.
dumau again looking for an initial pick towards mid. Spots out the first. skullz taken down as he'll force himself away. Through the smoke, though, malbs able to equalize as he shuts him off, putting it down to a 4-on-4. Again, holding them down for the time being, and with that, he'll try to catch out the odd member. malbs ready to dive his way in towards window, as that leaves us in what will end up being a 4-on-3 as latto shuts down Maluk. And GODSENT now, it seems they have found that little like spout of momentum, that spout of kind of confidence that will just allow them to close out the map here.
Well, there we go, with malbs falling.
GODSENT again looking to hold PRT straight out of apps, though. He's able to take down taco. That's a great read. Barton was fully blind at the time, wasn't able to catch him out, and what that means, though, is GODSENT still have an ironclad defense of 3 members looking to hold here.
This is smart, though. In the meantime, Pesadelo's actually got into window. Try and cross, he'll be dead to rights, and he has to just hold for these crosses. This firefight on CT is going to be the most important one, and as malbs is able to come out on top, there's definitely an opportunity here.
All on malbs, alone in a 1v3. Good for one, with 16 HP as he tries to cross here towards short. The second he tries to plant, he'll be spammed down to his death. Here, felps will be the first stab, potentially only man he duels as he punches in those numbers. felps ebbing his way on forward. malbs jumps up. felps finishes the job. And GODSENT, they take the map 16-11.
It was an incredible comeback from TeamOne, considering how far down they were to come.
Barton both hiding, set the site, ready to get these initial kills. taco does a bit of early damage onto skullz, but it's malbs and skullz to get the initial first 2 kills. Again, throwing GODSENT to a 2-man disadvantage. As Maluk now ready for the attack towards mid. Can't quite catch out dumau, who hits a lovely shot onto Maluk there, allowing early pick.
Well, with the man advantage in the C4 down, TeamOne in a very favorable position, and Pesadelo finding one more. dumau out of the equation. The long pincer gone, and I think GODSENT have accepted their fate. They know there's no chance of winning this one, even with felps on that kit, and they are just going to fall away. See if they can add some stats to their scoreline, and there we go. felps, 2 quick headshots, and, well, it's going to bump up his scoreline a little bit. latto, banana. This scout, unfortunately, is kind of on the wrong side of things. Holding towards top mid. But there we go. Secondary HE goes in.
Here comes the attack. latto trying to lead this charge. There's a few shots early on, but it's actually felps to find the initial pick. Good for one. Trade not quite there by some miracle. As taco flash through the smoke. Good for another. Poor malbs is there to trade, putting GODSENT at 2-man advantage. latto and felps so low on HP, though. It may not even matter, though, as we see dumau ready to boost up his teammate, ready to try and get felps to cancel out the plan. You're not quite able to do so, though, as Maluk falls very low on HP now as he goes 3-on-2.
There's no utility here, though, for GODSENT on the retakes. They actually have to hit the shots. There's two final players, and they're both low on health. Deadly to this scout or either of the Desert Eagles. As malbs gets tagged up, he's now down to 14 points of health, and the scout, it's spamming away, but it just can't quite connect. malbs hits onto latto, and this bomb, it's beeping further and further, and there's no kits here for the CT side. They need to speed this up, and Maluk knows it. Just needs to stay alive here as the bomb, the defuse comes through. But if he can deny it, then it's all over. Instead, Barton on the angle, hits the shot, and GODSENT, I think they might just about have this.
That's trust on a whole other magnitude for dumau.
Found the first kill onto short, and then just needed to spam away for the second man on the defuse. Unfortunately, just couldn't connect. He was aiming a little bit too far to the right, and with dumau second on second oranges, just to swing off the contact as smokes come through. dumau's going to fire through for the first. Now the contact's been made. latto should be able to fire for the second, but he can't quite do so. felps through the smoke does a substantial amount of damage, but with seconds to spare, that C4 is going to go down, and Team1 now with the advantage.
Beautiful round by skullz, though. He's able to get 2 quick kills. It falls down to pesadelo now to hold banana. He's got 2 players swing into it, but that's a good shot by Taco now. And what's amazing about this attack from GODSENT is it's timed to the point where they know exactly where the Team1 members are. They know they're either emo or new box. They know they can't be in CT. And as they push their way on forward, it means that skullz has to try and catch out the first member. He can't quite do so. It's all on Maluk, and Taco, he has to be suspicious of Maluk's position down towards emo as he swings into it. He spots him out, but Maluk wins the aim duel, and Team1 ties things up. It's a greedy buy, to say the least, but as the push comes through, Barton good for 1. Barton doubles up now, on for 3 now. Gonna try and move forward. Can he make it 4? It's gonna be a tough ask because malbs has already got sight control, but Barton has bomb control. But Luke ready for lasso, can't find the kill. And right now, Barton, he has been a hero for GODSENT now. malbs with only 13 HP. He's got a chance to kill this bomb plant. Both members of GODSENT swing into him, and unfortunately, malbs can't even find the first. GODSENT, they tie things up 3. And for GODSENT, there is real reason to fear right now. As Team1, they burst their way through the smoke. It's an initial kill onto felps, and
they've got Kevlar to back it up. Taco clearing out the apartments and clearing out all of these areas should realize what's going on right now.
For now, GODSENT again. Only 2 players left standing. Barton now towards Boiler. Good for 1. Traded by PRT, and that'll be the sight in GODSENT now. They have to go and save these weapons. And it feels like the last couple of rounds, Josh, especially rounds, what would have been their 4th and 5th, it feels like they won it because they're about to unarmored opponent.
Not been a good map from them whatsoever. But as long as they can continue to put these rounds up and apply this pressure onto Team1,
now latto tries to help for the time being. He's able to catch out malbs. He tries to double up as well, though. Not quite able to catch out anyone for the time being. As skullz also falls. Jumps onto his teammate's head. Continues his presence now. On top of these sandbags. Spams down PRT as best he can. Eventually, PRT will come out on top. Taco, it was meant to be a bait setup, but it didn't really matter. And there's that over-aggression again. Taco fighting when he didn't have to, and punished because of it. He gives up the man advantage now, and GODSENT find themselves in, what was a 3-on-3?
I mean, they have a man advantage now to work with. PRT low on health, and as dumau boosts over the smoke, should be able to deny this pop from going down. PRT is there to trade, knows that there's a secondary player here, so he must have been boosted up by someone. And as he taps that bomb, the spam comes through the smoke. He's able to do damage onto felps, and PRT making this one look very dangerous. But with such low health, surely he can't get it done.
Beautiful round by GODSENT there, and yes, again,
start to lean towards banana control once again, but dumau looking to go for the peaks, get a peek straight into the AWP, but he's quicker to the trigger. Maluk just can't connect. malbs is able to trade, but not before taking a shot to the leg, so he's now low on health. And this FAMAS, whilst it's here to hold the line, it spans right through the gap, and that's
40%. Their T side's 53. So GODSENT with a stronger T side by a considerable distance, mean Team1 are going to be in a tough spot. We see, of course, though, there's a man of, equalization by Team1 there to get an untraded frag, meaning that right now, Barton, he's going to have a tough old time trying to hold this. He swings wide, spots out the first, tries to double up, can't quite do so. As Pesadelo's there to trade, leave it down to a 2-on-2.
Team1 there, they throw the Molotov into pit, and they don't even hold for the swing, so somehow GODSENT are able to find a freebie frag. Comes into a 1-on-1 though. Pesadelo, no information whatsoever on the last man. It's latto with the AWP. Deploys the flash, gives away his angle. But now as he creeps up, if Pesadelo peeks into it, he could be dead to rights. Instead, he pokes over the top. And latto, he just can't.
That preemptive smoke from Barton. 20 seconds left now. Team1 have run down this smoke bloody damn far. And, well, felps good for 1. He turns his attention elsewhere. Barton there to assist. It's kills either way. felps comes out on top. PRT doubles up, triples up onto Barton. He dismantles seals the trifecta of players, leaving it down to a 2-on-2. A great round by
deployed. There's no further util on any of these players, but there's no kit here for GODSENT either. Both players whiffing on that initial engagement, and as PRT finds his fourth, he's on for the ace right now. And dumau, I didn't get that at all. There's no kit. There's no...
And count. 35 seconds left. They turn their attention towards B. Spam goes out from Ruins. Taco good for one. Latto now boosted up. Will try and find a kill of his own. Not quite able to spot the initial member. He does get the bomb carrier though. As pesadelo good for one. Latto there to trade. Maluk on low HP tries to peek above first oranges. Unable to get a kill though, as instead he finds dumau. 3-on-3 now. GODSENT again trying to hold their spam from Latto. Not quite hitting pesadelo, as it leaves TeamOne in a strong position.
I'm surprised that spam didn't connect, but with so much damage dealt here to TeamOne, this retake definitely doable. I'm just sure GODSENT wished they had a little bit more util. This flashbang, where is it right now? It's in banana. It's going to pop over the top, and it actually blinds the man. Taco able to trade 1-for-1, but with this bomb beeping further, felps needs to win the engagement. Absolutely does. All falls onto Pasadelo's shoulders, and he can't get it done. Felps is the man with the kit. He's going to go for that defuse, and GODSENT, they do manage to recover that final round. They make it 8. They tip their half in their favor, and considering it's their opponent's map stratted.
We see this side again, attempt to hold us. That bomb is applied to dumau in a perfect position to flank. Maluk falls, and but look, he's the one with that kit. Bounce, yes, he can trade elsewhere in towards apps. Pesadelo wins a gunfight he really shouldn't have there. Instead, Barton on short brings out a few shots, tries to catch out a member. 3-on-4 shots, ring out. Barton good for one, tries to double up, not quite able to do so. Phelps good for yet another as the dive comes in towards Pit. Phelps with one, Barton good for another.
The force spike come out here from TeamOne. It is going to be a potential for 10 and probably 11 here for GODSENT. The nade stack, though, takes out Phelps early. The aggression towards middle, it needs to be eliminated. The flashbang, it doesn't quite connect. malbs is good for one more. It is traded by Taco, but they're going to take the advantages. And how the hell does Skull find that?
Really, really strong opening now as we see GODSENT with hardly anyone left, really. Flash through the smoke. PRT fully blind finds Latto. All on Taco. Alone in a 1v4. Good for two, though. That's the spray down and a half. And now suddenly this round has that kind of kit and Taco. He's playing for time. That molly, though, is it? God, it's heartbreaking. He swings wide, catches out the first one. Quite there for the double as Maluk just survives.
That is unreal. Honestly, he had so much time there. He could have established himself a better angle, but with no control and no information.
TeamOne defense as the set piece goes down. Flashes follow, and with that, malbs, he might just have to back away from this position. Latto good for the first. Now Pesadelo forced away himself, leaving GODSENT a man up in what will be an after-plant situation.
As the deagle's spamming away, GODSENT have somehow managed to get their way onto the site. The issue is that all 5 players are stacked up on it. Some offensive utility from TeamOne here could be enough to finish it off, but they haven't got any. It's only the flashbangs as Taco finds one more. TeamOne getting dangerously close here, and with these MP9s and the automatic weapons, you'd expect them to have an advantage, but not with Barton hitting shots like this. 2 headshots found.
He looks to hold firm. He's going to be boosted on towards CT, and I don't know how I feel about the CT boost. It was utterly destroyed last time, and well, there you have it. Taco annihilates PRT, and for now TeamOne 30 seconds left to try and defend. That's all they have to hold on for, but they just can't do it. GODSENT with site control now. They're going to go for this plant, and with Felps able to find Maluk instantly. Now Pesadelo, the second he rings out a few shots in the smoke. Latto's going to duel him. Plant goes down, 5-on-3. malbs at the close angle, but it just is not enough. GODSENT a beautiful round and a 13th out of that.
Well, Pasadelo is able to find a couple of kills, so maybe amount of cash. And GODSENT, that is really a fantastic round. I honestly would have rather have seen Pasadelo fall back onto the site. Take GODSENT headquarters in Malmo. Okay, our producer's just giving us a little bit of insight. That's cool. So that's just one of GODSENT's trophies. That's very, very cool indeed.
That's a really nice trophy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a bit jealous, to be honest. I don't know those trophies that nice to CS, but we see TeamOne again. He got shut down as they try to go. I don't know if that's possible.
Yeah, with the 2-man disadvantage, skullz, his angle, it has been checked. He is able to find the shot, but Latto, the Ferrari peak to eliminate him. A 2-man advantage here from GODSENT. Make it 3 as dumau finds one more. And Maluk on the site. Once he is able to swing out and find 2, it looked contentious for a second or so.
They've won 1 round of their CT side, and honestly, winning a force by round, it doesn't feel like a genuine win, as it feels like you just took a bunch of aim duels and came out on top. We look over
at this point, they're looking down and out, and with early damage taken. They really do need to pull something off here. felps, that flank is just perfect. And off of the diversion cause, Barton's going to peek and try and do some damage too. PRT is able to eliminate him, but Taco, the spanner in the works into CT. Honestly, I didn't even realize how much control GODSENT have really taken early on, but they're all over the place. felps, it's a little bit messy, but he does win the duel. And as this C4 is going to go down with 30 seconds left, the smoke grenade going to lock TeamOne out of it. The flash is going to go over the top. They're going to push right through, but long range, these AKs surely win the duels, and yes, they do. dumau.
The teams have really good reason to fear them. Over towards Team1, we see just a couple of members try and hold firm. felps good for one. PRT there to trade, but it feels like a Hail Mary at this point.
Well, they're finding the kills. They're doing the damage here, and this aggression towards middle certainly actually working out for them. Taco now left in a 2-on-1, but what a one-tap. That's unreal. And now it's just him versus skullz. He doesn't know the whereabouts of skullz. He thinks that maybe he's one of the aggressors towards middle, but with nothing coming through within about 30 seconds, he realizes that this final man, he has to be towards banana. skullz is walking right into it, and there we go. Taco able to finish things.